Hello, 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 and welcome, welcome. Caught me. I was trying to look for the link on my page. Anyway, super excited to be here with you all tonight. Or welcome back, welcome me back. Very happy to be here. For those of you who are watching, and I really don't know that just yet, I'll come and go and find it on my page again shortly. But those of you who are watching, let me shout it out and say hi, hi, hi to everyone. You are currently watching Joanne's Healing Within. I am your host, Reverend Dr. Joanne Angel Barry Cologne, the founder of Holistic Fitness and Why, Holistic Healing Magazine, and as you know, Joanne's Healing Within talk show. I serve, help, and transform women over 40, helping them to release emotional weight without dieting, holding space for them as they stand into their confidence and courage so they can walk away from their 9 to 5 and step in and embrace their soul's work. The W in holistic is all about the total person, the whole person. You're your physical body, you're your mindset, your emotions, your soul, and the spirit. All that being said, super excited to be here with you today. We're starting it all up again. It's 2026. I'm very happy to be here. I'm hoping that you will walk away with some insight today. As you come in today, I'm hoping that you leave with a little bit more knowledge than you came in with. After all, that's what the show's all about. Teaching you healing modalities, natural healing modalities for that matter, to help you heal from within. Everything starts from within. That's the bottom line to it all. Everything starts from within. And when you put your body in the right environment, your body does heal. It takes the body about 14 days to recover from whatever it is, whatever symptoms you may have when you give your body the right environment to heal in. All that being said, tonight's topic, it's a juicy topic. It's all about get featured. Position yourself as an expert. But before we dive into the juicy topic, just want to give a shout out to myself as the sponsor. Please note that I am looking for sponsors. So if you are a business, an entrepreneur, you have a magazine, whatever it is, and you want to get more eyes on you, this is an opportunity. Reach out. You can email healingwithin76@gmail.com to gain insight to how you can become one of our sponsors. And what does that actually look like as a sponsor? It means you are sponsoring the show, and then you also have a commercial that will be featured on the show once or twice throughout the hour we're on. And you also schedule time where you come on the show with me and share your wisdom. So there's lots of benefits to being a sponsor, in addition to other benefits, which we'll go over at the time when you and I have a conversation. So what I like to do is chat a little bit about the energy that we're in at this very moment in time. Today is February 2nd. Can you believe we're already in February? I know I can't. I just find it shocking that it's already the second month of 2026. Now, just to break it down a little bit, when we talk about numerology, and you may want to grab a pen and paper later and write this information down to gain some insight. When we talk about numbers, and when you look around, numbers are everywhere. So numbers have messages and they have a vibration. And when we talk about numerology, from the numbers from 1 to sort of 99, every one of those numbers get reduced down to a single digit, other than what's called master numbers, which would be 11, 22, and 33. So when we think about today's date, 2/2026, lots of twos in today's date. And what those twos are representing is the partnerships, the relationships, the friendships that you have with yourself and other people. And when I speak about the relationships with self and other people, it's not just other people and self. It really is the relationship you have with your physical body, with food, and of course money. Those three things come together. And when we talk about the number 2 energy, just a little bit into this energy we have going on, when we add that number up, the 2/2/2026, the 2/2 is a 4. So it's about bringing more balance and stabilization into your current energy as we speak, which is extremely important for us to do. We take that 2026 and you add that, it's a 10. Now that 10 represents, before we reduce it to a single digit, is a big reminder that the entire year is about the work that we're here to do. The success, the fame, the accomplishments, the recognition that you are looking for. This is why today's topic is so important, because we are carrying that 10 vibration of being in the spotlight. Once we reduce that 10 to a single digit, we're going to talk a little bit about the 1 and the 0. The 1 is a recognition of you standing in your leadership, you being independent, and you doing things very differently than you've ever done in your life. After all, 2026 carries a very different energy from any energy we've ever experienced before. And I know you probably heard that from lots of astrologers talking about this frequency that we're in 2026. There's so much involved, and believe me, there's not enough time in this show to talk about it all at one time. So there'll be little segments of information coming at you to help you better understand the energy of 2026. So we talk about the 0 in into 2026 and into 10 energy rather. The 0 is a reminder that this is an unlimited, that 0, never ending circle. Unlimited possibilities are going to literally come knocking at your door. This is a year to really say yes. If you're saying no to an opportunity, that no needs to be essential. Not that you're saying no because you can't afford it. You might want to say no because you don't feel as though it's aligned with your mission. One thing I want to put out there for you, if that opportunity is knocking at your door, know that that opportunity literally is coming from your higher power. So you might have to think about your no before you say no, because you may actually be turning away a huge opportunity. So when we take the overall energy, that 221, it says it right there. It works out to be 5. So this is literally the day that change takes place. Now, in addition to that 5 of change, we have this amazing full moon in Leo's energy, and Leo is all about change. Leo is ruled by the sun's energy, and when we think about the sun is literally shining down on you. The spotlight is spotlighting your ability to be the creator, to be the freedom changer. It's also spotlighting your ability to be big, courageous, and tapping into charisma. So it's really, really important to pay attention to this energy we have going on. And the full moon energy stays with us 3 days after we have experienced that actual full moon. Now, there's so much more to go in detail regarding this energy we're in right now. However, I'm going to go ahead and grab a card, see what we need to know. Because like I said before, there's not enough time in the show to share all the information that 2026 has in store for us. However, I will bring to the table that this week and next week, February is a wild month. We have a lot of shifts taking place within this week alone. And by next week, we will be experiencing, and I think at this point everyone celebrates, Lunar New Year, where we're moving into the fire horse energy. And the fire horse energy is quick, it's fiery, it's action oriented. So I'm going to leave you there. Let's pull a card and let's see what we have in store for us for today. What do we need to know? Let's see the card for today. Whoops. There we go. Oh, interesting card. The card is family. Let's see if I can get that right. Whoops. Right there. Perfect. Family. Family. And that's so perfectly aligned, because when we talk about that 2 energy, it is about your relationships. And family doesn't mean that it has to be blood related. It could be anyone you are close with. The number 15, that 1 and 5, totally what we just talked about. That 1 is your new way of being your leader. That 5 is the changes that you're going to undergo as we move forward. 1 and 5 is 6. That 6 energy is really about the service that you are here to do, to be in service, which is so perfectly aligned with literally positioning yourself as an expert. The color green is a matter of the hearts. So let's keep that in mind. We are going to take a quick break. This way I can get some water. I ask that you get some water as well. And we're going to come back in and we're going to dive right into this conversation. So let's take that commercial break.
Step into the light, you're more than you know. A spiritual being, letting your true self show. Release the weight, feel your spirit rise. Breaking through the limits, it's time to fly. Let go of the past, free yourself inside. The power's in you, no need to hide. Fall in love with your soul, let the healing begin. You're the master of your life, it's time to win. Holistic fitness, it's your transformation. Body and soul, a new foundation. POST method, breaking every rule. Empowered women, making their own moves. In the mirror, see your strength and grace. Midlife is just the beginning, a brand new place. No more dieting, just freedom in your mind. Releasing the emotional weight.
All right, we are back and welcome back. If you are just tuning in, you are watching Joanne's Healing Within. Yes, Joanne's Healing Within. I took a minute there. I had a brain fart. Anyway, it's been such a long time. I am your host, Reverend Dr. Joanne Angel Barry Cologne. We are chatting it up about the energy. I always love to come back and share the card. And our card today is about family, which is so perfectly aligned with our true energy, which is about the relationships we do have with our family. And those dynamics may also very well be changing with this energy we're moving into in 2026. 1 and 5 is a representation of your service that you're here to be in, which is why this show is so important. The green energy is all about the matters of the heart. So, how are we all doing? What are we up to? How are you tapping into this energy of 2026? What are your intentions? Are you being intentional? Have you created your schedule to how you want to show up in the world, your visibility, your message? Because that's what this is all about for tonight. The topic is about get featured. Position yourself as an expert. What exactly does that mean to position yourself as an expert? If you're a writer, maybe you're an author. Now, again, when we think about a writer and an author, if you're a writer, there's a good probability you're an author. And if you are a writer, it's really important now to literally start looking for opportunities where you get to share the wisdom that you have as an expert and put it out there in the world. There are so many different publications out there that I was really hoping I'd be able to do this. Okay, as I was saying, there's so many publications out there that it's sinful not to get yourself assigned to the publications that are available. So again, what does it mean to position yourself as an expert? I'll use myself as an example, considering I do a lot of writing, and I've been told I have a lot of knowledge, a lot of information that just sort of comes out of me. And I also do a lot of writing about all the different things that I do have the knowledge on. And where would it go if I didn't have places like publications to share it with? So once you get to that point where you do have a publication to share your wisdom with, an audience, people will literally start to follow you in regards to the information that you are offering out there. And this is one of the reasons why positioning yourself as an expert is so important, especially nowadays. And I know from years back, getting into a magazine, being featured in a magazine was probably one of the hardest things to do. However, for whatever the reasons are, the publication industry has changed so much and has really made it easy for so many of us to get featured in the magazine. So let me just give you some of the different categories, at least from my perspective, based on my magazine. And I can only really share information based on my magazine. I can share some samples from other magazines that I've been featured in, but the average magazine will have a place where you can contribute and write an article. And that article can be anywhere from 600 words to 7 to even 1,000 words, depending on the platform. And that's where you get to really position yourself as the expert that you are. Some of your articles that you can contribute can really be about your life journey, whatever you're healed from. You could decide that maybe you're going to write about poetry. Whatever it is, it's literally putting your information out there and sharing it with the world. Now, as a contributor, which I like to refer to you as the elite contributor, an elite contributor, again, is someone that shows up as an expert, speaks about a specific topic, and every month or every other month, depending on how the platform works, you get to share about that topic. Now, from there, along with you writing your articles as an elite contributor, another beautiful thing can come out of that is you could take those articles and then take the next step and create it as a book. So it just doesn't stop as just an article. You could take a bunch of those articles and literally create it as a book and then become an author, which is the next part in my magazine, featuring authors. For those of you who have written books, whether you have a book that you're literally ready to put out there and share with the world, a really great way to get people to see your book is putting your book into a magazine. Now, being an author feature, what that includes, and I'm going to go back to the elite contributor in a minute because I want to give you more information about it. But the author feature, what that includes is including your book so people can actually purchase it, a short write-up about your book, and then, of course, a bio so people get to know about who you are and why you do what you do. You provide a book link so people can literally go to the link and purchase the book that that you are promoting. Now, going back to the elite contributor, what's involved with a elite contributor besides the fact that you are contributing a monthly article? As an elite contributor, you're also getting the visibility where you get to share a full-page business ad, and your logo gets put on either the back cover or the last page of the magazine. So lots of visibility to position yourself as the expert that you are. Now, another section that shows up a lot in magazines are what's called spotlight features. So let's say you're doing something magnificent. You're empowering your community, you're uplifting, you're being the leader that you're meant to be. That's worth being spotlight for. And through a spotlight feature, that is usually includes a Q&A and then a write-up about your story. That could be anywhere between 400 to 600 words. In addition, of course, you get to include your email and one URL so people can reach out to you. So there's so many different ways that you can go about positioning yourself as an expert and getting involved with different magazines. Now, I recommend that you don't just focus on one publication. You focus on multiple publications where you can get your articles featured multiple times in the course of a month. This way here, you're being seen in multiple locations, which is really important because it's not just about the community you're used to. It's literally putting yourself out onto other communities, which then expands your reach and connections. So all that being said, when we think about these ads, all right. When we think about our ads, the business ad, if you're a business owner, entrepreneur, you obviously have something you're looking to sell. And that's why a business ad is so perfect. It's a full page ad, so you get to include everything and anything on that ad. And it's part of the elite contributor package or you could turn around and purchase a package strictly as a business ad. So these are all great ways to literally put yourself out there and let people know what it is you do. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to take a quick break so I can grab a little cough drop. And I'm going to come back and share some insight with you about marketing and how to keep that article going, that you actually get something from it. Because it's not a one and done. And I often find that when I speak to people about their publications and that they are contributing, they often say they do not get anything out of being a contributor. And the big part of why is of their marketing techniques. So let's take that quick commercial break and come back and let's have a conversation about marketing. Did you know that astrology and numerology are the keys to helping you raise your vibration, understanding your unconscious behaviors, and will help you discover who you are from a soul level? Hello, I'm Reverend Joanne Angel Barry Cologne, the founder of Holistic Fitness located in Queens. Your certified and licensed holistic personal trainer, holistic integrated teacher, Reiki master, medical astrologer, master of numerology, card creator, and card reader. I would love for you to come join me every Sunday for 12 weeks to discover your astrological and numerology makeup. For more information, email healingwithin76@gmail.com. I look forward to helping you bridge the spiritual and physical realms as you experience a body and soul transformation. Wow, that was an amazing commercial. However, I do want to make a note for those of you who just seen that commercial. Since teaching my astrological makeup course and offering it for 12 weeks, I realized that 12 weeks is not long enough. So the course is now a 52-week course. Yes, 52 weeks. That means we get together once a week, every week, for 52 weeks. An amazing time. So if you are interested in taking advantage of the astrological makeup course, feel free to email healingwithin76@gmail.com for more information. Let's get on to the topic. If you are just tuning in, you're watching Joanne's Healing Within. I am your host, Reverend Dr. Joanne Angel Barry Cologne, and we are talking about getting featured, position yourself as an expert. So, with that being said, I shared with you some insight regarding the different types of features you can take advantage of, from being an elite contributor to being an author feature, spotlight feature, and then of course grabbing a business ad. So those are just the general listings that usually occur in a magazine, and I'm sure there's others for that matter, but that's just a general listing. And I do want to give a shout out to everyone who is watching with me live right now. So thank you so much for spending your night with me. Of course, it is just about 10:23 p.m. Eastern time, and you could very well be doing something else. Anyway, let's talk about marketing. One of the reasons why most people are not successful when they contribute to a magazine is their marketing techniques. Or lack of, for that matter. Now, I'm going to use my own hands-on experience from marketing because I learned, just like some of you, the hard way in regards to how to position yourself that you can get readers to continue to read your articles, and even more so, people to buy the magazine from you. Because as a contributor, a big part of expanding the publication is to encourage your community to purchase the issue that you are contributing to. It's not just about you purchasing the issue as much as it is about you sharing it with your community and getting your community to be a part of the viewership to that magazine. So it is really important in reference to marketing yourself and letting people know that you do contribute to the magazine, whether you're a lead contributor, an author feature, or spotlight. Now, there is one that I did not talk about, which is the cover feature. And a cover feature, obviously, is someone that will appear on the front cover. And what's included with a cover feature is anywhere between a 4 to 5 page layout that includes a Q&A and then a 700-word write-up about your journey. And of course, lots of photos that gets put into the magazine. So again, if you show up as a cover feature, yes, you definitely want everyone in your community to know about you being on the front cover. So again, coming back to our marketing strategies, how to market. So right off the bat, for most part, if not the founder to the magazine creating an image for you, perhaps it might be something that you may want to have done for yourself. This way here, you can market the magazine as the magazine prepares to come out. Letting people know that you're going to appear in the magazine. So for a perfect example, as the February 1 year anniversary issue will be coming out this Wednesday, as for the Our magazine, which is Holistic Healing Magazine, comes out the first Wednesday of the month. And leading up to that, there are many posts that go out, whether it's through Facebook, Instagram, where have you, to letting people know that the magazine will become available. And then, of course, as we lead up to the actual day of it being launched, there are other promos that go out as well, getting our audience ready and excited for that magazine to come out. Now, the magazine is available in digital and print, and I highly recommend, in fact, it's part of the package, that all of the contributors get themselves at least one copy of the printed magazine that they have in their hand. Because again, marketing is key. And about that marketing is about getting in front of a camera and holding that magazine in your hand to let the world know that you're being featured in the magazine. And of course, showing your feature as well. Putting posts up about it, taking photos of it, doing small little videos about it once you have the actual magazine in your hand. This is how you're going to continue the flow of that magazine and get more people interested in purchasing. And for that matter, you may also get people interested in becoming a contributor to the magazine as well. So again, the marketing process is key, and marketing starts from the minute you say yes to your future. The minute you say, I'm on board and I'm ready to contribute, that is when marketing occurs for you. From that moment on, you want to continue to market till the magazine actually launches, and then thereafter, especially if you are an elite contributor, because that means your article is you have an article that appears every month for 12 months. So you definitely want your audience, your viewership, to know about your magazine. Let's grab a little water. So again, your marketing strategies are key to helping to position you and to helping the magazine expand and grow. After all, isn't that what we really want? Is for the magazine to grow in order for you to continue to share your wisdom and let people know what you're doing, having the ability for them for yourself to let people know about the magazine. Now, in addition to my publication, Holistic Healing Magazine, what also occurs for all of the contributors, spotlight, author features, and cover features, is there now is a 15-minute complimentary interview where you and I get together and we talk about your feature. Again, more visibility. That is the key to positioning yourself as an expert. Is you want that visibility. You want people to know what it is you do, why you do it, how you do it, and who you do it for. Those are the keys. You want to be intentional with why you're choosing a specific publication. You also want to find out from the founder of that publication, how are they promoting that magazine? Where is that magazine going? And whose hands will that magazine get into? Now, of course, they can't give you the specifics, but they can say it's going into Barnes and Nobles, it's going on the newsstands, it's going into labs, etc., etc., etc. This way here, you know that there's a good probability that there's a larger community of people that's possibly getting to see your material. Now, ideally, from my perspective, it's not necessarily about where the magazine's going as much as it is about you sharing the wisdom that you have, your insight as an expert, letting others understand whatever it is you write about, giving them a view on that particular topic. So it's extremely important to pay attention to your why and being intentional. And as said earlier, you definitely would want to get yourself in as many magazines as possible to sharing your articles. So your article is not just going in one publication and that's it. You want to find different publications that you can work with and that you can turn around and take that article, and I'll use the word recycle it and put it in different magazines. Now, what does the word recycle mean? Exactly what it means. You're taking that article that you have, you may change the title to that article and maybe add a little something or take a little something out so you can reuse it for another magazine, as opposed to thinking you have to keep coming up with new content for every magazine you write for. It's a great way, again, to expand and market yourself on multi platforms. Very important. Especially as we're moving into this energy, astrologically speaking, as I said earlier, if you didn't catch my earlier part of my introduction, as we move into the fire horse year, this is really about taking action, being a leader, being an expert at what you do, and showing up. And when you can literally attend an event, and rather than showing up with a business card, which is great, but showing up with magazines, maybe take 10 magazines with you, 10 copies of your magazine, and different people you connect with, you may want to give out those magazines. And you might be sitting back and saying, well, why would I want to give them away as opposed to selling? Because again, the magazine is like your business card. You're letting people know that I'm an expert at what I do, and here it is in this magazine I've written for. And then they get excited about it, and they may even ask, well, how can they become a contributor as well? And you might be asking, well, why would I want to encourage other people to become contributors? It's a great way of becoming an affiliate and making a little extra income as you refer others to the publication. And many publications offer an affiliate process that you could definitely join in on and get paid by referring. So you might want to look into that as well. Again, the key to this is all about marketing. How are you sharing? Who are you connecting with? How are you collaborating? And how are you expanding that particular publication? because you want your article to get in front of as many people as possible. If you're contributing as an author feature, you want your book in front of as many people as possible. Just as you go and attend a book event, a book signing, you could take a couple of copies of the magazine that your feature was in and have that available. And whatever you paid for that magazine, you could do one of two things. You can give it out as a little gift when they purchase your book, or you can charge a little something for the magazine and sell it. All ways to do marketing. Increasing your marketing strategies is key to helping you expand and position yourself as that expert. So now that we understand a little bit about the different features that occur in a magazine, the big thing is ask yourself why. Why would you want to be on the cover? In 2025, without exaggeration, I was on probably about a half dozen covers of magazines. I was on the cover of Power, Power. I was on the cover of 100 Successful Women in Business. I was on the cover of the Black Diamond Chronicle magazine. I was on the cover of Success to Success. And I'm sure there's more, just can't think of them off the head. Why did I want to be on the cover? Why was that my mission for 2025? And one word to that was visibility. I wanted people to know who I am, know why I do what I do, and understand my journey. Because again, when we think about this energy we're in 2026 going forward, if you know anything about our planets, now you know I couldn't do a show without talking about planets, right? If you know anything about our planets, Neptune and Saturn both have spent a good amount of time in Pisces energy, the last zodiac sign of the chart. And Neptune has just moved into Aries, and the energy of Neptune being in Aries is really removing the mask and asking yourself, who am I? Why am I here? What is my purpose? And what legacy do I want to leave behind? And I would almost guarantee that almost everyone is asking themselves those questions right here, right now, to really define your why without really understanding who you are. And as I usually say to clients is, I want you to remove any childhood wounds that you have carried with you, because I really want you to let that go and really get to that place of who are you without your childhood wounds. Because once you can define who you are without your childhood wounds, that's how you're going to be able to define who you are. If you're seeing yourself as not enough, not enough, not trustworthy, insecure, fearful, that's literally blocking you from defining your who am I statement. So if you remove that, you can then see who you really are and recognize that you are enough. It's okay to trust this journey. And it's really, really important for you to elevate yourself so you can allow yourself to be the authentic, transparent soul you were born to be. And through this energy with Neptune being in Aries, this is really about your I am, because Aries is all about the I am. If you know anything about Aries energy, it is the first house. It is associated with self. So this is really about, in this energy right now, it really is about who am I? Who am I? Who am I with the professional titles and who am I on a personal level? Defining that. And once you can define that, then you can move into why are you here? What is your purpose? Who are you here to serve? How are you here to serve? What is your pain point? What are you helping people to do? And that needs to become so clear in 2026 as we have not just Neptune in Aries energy, but as of February 13th, we will have Saturn move into Aries energy. And Saturn is all about the restriction, removing all of your restrictions, removing all of your limitations, and restructuring you in a totally different way. So this is more important ever to get into that space to really define your why, who am I, what am I here to do, who am I here to serve, and what legacy do I want to leave behind? And what great way to leave a legacy behind by having a published book and by contributing many, many articles that position you as an expert. So I want you just to sit with that for a moment as we take another commercial break. I'm going to come back to a conclusion and wrap it up. So let's take that commercial break.
Step into the light, you're more than you know. A spiritual being, letting your true self show. Release the weight, feel your spirit rise. Breaking through the limits, it's time to fly. Let go of the past, free yourself inside. The power's in you, no need to hide. Fall in love with your soul, let the healing begin. You're the master of your life, it's time to win. Holistic fitness, it's your transformation. Body and soul, a new foundation. POST method, breaking every rule. Empowered women, making their own moves. In the mirror, see your strength and grace. Midlife is just the beginning, a brand new place. No more dieting, just freedom in your mind. Releasing the emotional weight.
All right, you caught me dancing. Wasn't that song just so catchy? Well, if you really paid attention to those words, that is my bio. Yes, it is. Beautiful song. And if you're interested to know how that song came about, feel free to reach out to me and I'll give you all the information to that. Now, if you are just tuning in this very moment of time, you are watching Joanne's Healing Within. I am your host, Reverend Dr. Joanne Angel Barry Cologne, and we are chatting it up all about get featured, position yourself as an expert. I spoke about many different contributions that you can make in a magazine, from the elite contributor to author feature, spotlight feature, business ads, and then of course we all want to be on the front cover. Yes, the cover girl, the cover man, whatever have you. These are all great ways to get yourself out there. Marketing is key, though, in order for you to continue the process and grow with that magazine. So all that being said, it's really important, now more than ever, to position yourself and give yourself that permission to say yes to opportunities that literally are knocking at your door to help you be the expert that you are. Because we all are an expert in something. And so many of us are talented, whether we are talented where we're writing just stories, poetry, whatever have you. And I do have to say that I've had some amazing contributors that write for me, do their poetry, do their stories, whatever have you. And I'm eager to have so many more. So if you are interested in being a contributor, if you're an author and you want your book featured, feel free to email healingwithin76@gmail.com. If you are looking to be on the front cover of the magazine, I do believe there's 2 more spots for 2026, and then we'll be talking about 2027. But do remember, feel free to come back and rewatch the show. It's really important that you get the marketing down pat so that you can continue to grow with your publications and that you get something from being in the magazine. That it's not just a one and done. It will help you to expand as the expert you really are. So, all of that being said, we're going to just talk a little bit about the promos we have going on. As I always like to offer you something, let you know what's going on in the world of holistic fitness and why. You know about the magazine already. And in fact, by the way, as I said earlier, our anniversary issue is coming up. First Wednesday of this month, February. I cannot believe we are already on 1 year of publications. I remember going back in 2019 where this was a thought. And yes, I did say 2019, where I thought about wanting to create a magazine. And I just wasn't really sure how to put it all together. So it took some time to get there, but it ended up happening in 2025 when my magazine was birthed. So every idea is definitely worth taking the step into. So if you are interested in purchasing the February 1 year anniversary issue, feel free to reach out to me. You can find me here on Facebook. And again, I've been mentioning my email the entire night, which is healingwithin76@gmail.com. And let me know, and I'll be more than happy to sending you the link that you can turn around and purchase the 1 year February anniversary issue. There you go. Wow, look at that. How beautiful is that? So that is a great looking magazine cover. Yes, yes, yes. And that's just some of the contributors. Obviously, there are so many more. So let's go for it. Next promo we have going on. In addition to creating a magazine and having a talk show and being a personal trainer and doing astrology and numerology, I needed to go and add one more thing to my task, and that is I am now selling a clothesline. You can grab yourself Astro hoodies. They are available in hoodies right now. They will be available in sweatshirts. And for those who really like t-shirts over that, they'll be available there too. On the front is the astrology sign. On the back, it's my logo. Either way, if you're interested in getting yourself them now, just in time for Valentine's, you can get two and get $20 off. Feel free to reach out to me so you can purchase your Astro hoodie today. And they come in different colors and, of course, all zodiac signs. Moving on to our Women Empowering Women, a monthly group where a community of women come together. We share about all different topics. You have an opportunity to be a speaker in the group as well. Networking is key, collaboration is key, and connection is key. We will be meeting next Monday night, February 9th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. If you're interested in joining us there, feel free. Again, I will share that email at the end. And last but not least, which we just talked about the February issue, we'll bring that up again. Why not? Why not? It's such a beautiful cover. If you want to grab yourself a copy, let me know, and I'll send you the information. There you have it, guys. It's been a great show. It's been exciting. I'm so glad I'm back. It's been a little while since I've been here. I'm hoping you enjoyed the show as much as I enjoyed bringing the material to you. And know that every month, on the first Monday of the month, I will be bringing more insight with more topics to help you really understand who you are from a soul level, because that is my mission and purpose, to helping you discover who you are from a soul level so you can step into your I am, who you are, why you're here, and the legacy you're going to leave behind. So until we meet again next month, enjoy the month of February. Like I said, it's going to be an interesting month. We already start off the month with a lot of energy going on with a full moon. Could you imagine? Second day of February and we have a full moon already? That just goes to tell you what this energy is going to be like for the month of February. So till we meet again, have an amazing, amazing month. Bye-bye for now.